Usually. They usually get that from their religion. Maybe they found some other guru, or they read something. You haven't done any of that shit.
I found it within myself.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about lately this thought. Was I so deep? I cried so much from 1 to 8. From 0 to 8, Gary Vaynerchuk cried every day. I was so emotional. My new hypothesis is the following. I am so empathetic. And when I say crying, when I was sad, when my mom was sad, when I saw somebody else was sad, when watching a movie, TV, I didn't like the way that person got picked on in first grade, I cry. Like literally, this is a scene in my head right now. I know what it is. A kid got picked on in class, I see it, I just start crying. My belief is that I might be so empathetic.
You like people a lot.
That I think I started building a reverse behavior of detachment to even get through. By being so empathetic, I created some sort of thing within myself that made me go the complete other way to make life palpable. And I practiced it so hard, and that I probably was naturally born so empathetic, and that my counter reaction was to detach myself from those feelings, that I'm now playing at such a bridge of, I don't give a fuck, I care about everybody.
This is what I've always been confused about with you, because I feel like I operate at very similar levels than you all the time, but I am 100% introverted. I know how to be on when I need to be on. I love connecting with people in a conversation. I don't need to look at my phone.
I would argue I have introverted characteristics. I'm wildly good at being by myself.
That's why I'm like, you're both. You're 100% both.
And I'm real extreme on both too.
It's
like
crazy.
I think I recognize that in you too. And like and it's not better or worse. I think you might be here and I might be here. And in that is even something, because I definitely know what happens in between this and this. That's my theory right now. I think I got it from within myself out of a correction of maybe being too feelings oriented early on. And then I think it became patterns and building and building and building. I'm telling you, I couldn't explain to everybody here enough of how much crying I did in the first 5 to 8 years of my life. I was constantly crying. I cried every time I lost in anything until I was like 15. It's weird when you're 13 with your buddies, you lose in like Nintendo football, and you're like crying and like punching wall. Like I'm hyper on emotionally, and I think to get through, I created.
You learned that it didn't do anything. It sounds like.
Yeah, or like it was exhausting.
Yeah,
right?
It's like okay, so we're still doing that.
It's funny that when you just said that, like I went into a place of like, no, I think it was exhausting.
Yeah,
and I think that's why I am who I am.
So to tie that to goal setting,
yes,
you mentioned.
I want to be the number one person on earth. I don't give a fuck if nothing happens.
That's awesome.
That's it.
So you're in that good. You're in that good balance. So when you have a new year, so you have this big macro thing of someday buying the New York Jets.
Yes.
And there's that. And then you're in the trenches every day.
But that's a front for me just to keep playing forever.
It's so easy to latch on to. It's not the thing.
It's like, the least thing. The thing is the process of trying. And then
it's like, here's why I'm still going, guys.
I get
still
that.
don't own the Jets.
So here's my question. My question is, with a new year coming up, I know you usually take time off at the end of the year. Are you actually planning and making goals for 2020? Or are you just like, what's fucking coming on Monday?
No, that's right. But I may plan the next 15 years on an insight that I pick up on March 16th, walking down to my car at 6:03 p.m. during a rainstorm, and might say, wait a minute, I'm in complete and utter motion at all times. I'm in strategy all the time. I don't sit down and write out it on paper and say, oh, these last 3 years. And by the way, that's my strength and my weakness. I just still think I'm early. I eat my own advice. I believe at 44 years old that I'm not in panic mode on my great ambitions.
Love it. How about you, Amy?
I mean, like I look at my goals every single day, and they matter. They matter to me. I'm rewriting them every day. But at the same time, I feel like they're my version of the Jets. Like I enjoy everything I'm doing on a daily basis. If my goals change in a couple of days or a couple of weeks, a couple of months, it doesn't completely rock my world because I know I'm constantly moving forward. I think the problem becomes if you become so much of a goal person, a resolutions person, but you're never actually hitting any marks. That can be troubling. That can be difficult. But I feel very much on the same page as Gary that it's like these are helping me to make sure I stay on point with my why. They're helping me to not get distracted by whatever I saw on Instagram that looks cool. Like, okay, cool, that's my new goal. No, it's not. It's somebody else's, and it's okay to be happy for them. But having something that I know drives me to focus on keeps me focused every day, so I'm not getting into the nitty gritty and all the dramas of the day. But then really, I'm happy to take everything in stride the way that it goes.
Because that's fucking life.
It is.
Like
I can't change that.
Crying about the fact that you took on college debt because now you listen to me and you're like, fuck, he's right. Like,
so now what?
There's no fucking time machine. Like, can we just fucking go there once and for all? There is no time machine. You're not going into a time machine. And every second you dwell about something that has already happened or completely out of your control is a second you're not using on the solution.
And also the news is just like loving that you're sitting on this because they're like, hey, we might forgive all student debt. We might, and you could qualify. I'm not sitting here waiting to see how that works out for somebody. It's like, you've got to make that change on your own and